Today I'm going to be talking about the Minigun, a tower that infamously popped up recently due to its incredible popping power in the early to mid game, its powerful economy ramp, and synergy with other economy and late game towers. So today we're going to be talking about how to use the Minigun. It's been one of the most popular towers in this update. It can pop both camo and lead, and it gets its main power spike by round 9, allowing you to economy heavily both in the early game and in the late game. Now I've experimented on the best build orders, what economy metrics you want to hit by each round, and the different tower synergies to pair with it. The core piece of this build revolves around the Minigun being a simple, direct, and effective tower to go for, being one of the only towers you place down almost until round 10. One of the major metrics of this build is getting 550 income per lapse in your 2x3 Minigun by round 9. If you can hit these metrics, you probably have a solid economy and game going. Having over 2k income by round 20 is something that's also very easily doable, especially with the new update. Now for the Minigun build path, almost everyone using this tower goes 2-3x early. There's currently a bug with the top path where the lightning shock procs multiple times, causing some extreme damage output. The Minigun can also solo almost everything up to round 9 or 10. By that time you get your Hydra rocket pods, which is the middle path tier 3, and you'll be able to clear almost any wave sending you with very little outside tower support. Now when building multiple miniguns in a single game, generally towards the late game, going the bottom path can offer a stronger option than the top path. However, you want to make sure that you have your laser cannons down beforehand due to the nature of the bug that's currently in the game. You also want to make sure you have your early Hydra pods, because that tower alone can basically solo the early game. Now the Minigun has a few main weaknesses, those being around round 9 right before you get your level 3 middle path Hydra, and round 28 where the opponent can send double fortified ZOMGs. As you can see in this clip, the player only sent one against me on round 27, and all of my defenses couldn't hold against just one, let alone 2 of them. Now for the tower synergies, I've tested a few, and here are my towers of interest and my recommendations surrounding them. They are the Ice Tower, the Boomerang, Super Monkeys, the Spike Factory, the Wizard, and the Ninja. The Boomerang Monkey in this patch has shown itself to be one of the strongest first place towers in the early game, and towers in general, almost seeing as much play as the Tac Shooter did in the very first patch of the game. The Boomerang's top path ability has the ability to securely hold the early game up until camos, and can also provide a smooth transition into your mid game miniguns and late game damage. The Ninja has received some bug fixes in this patch, cutting its bottom path's previous damage almost in half due to a bug where bombs would spread to all blimps when they would spawn. There's also currently another bug where the bombs can stack almost indefinitely, and due to this the bottom path is still extremely strong. The Ninja's top path, however, has been performing relatively on par with the other mid-game towers, and also gives solid support to your higher damage dealing towers. Past round 30, however, it tends to fall off unless you tech into the tier 5 paths, but even so, with the new bug getting fixed soon, I believe that there are other higher tier options that may perform better once this is fixed. This used to be one of my favorite towers to use due to its calm playstyle, however I now find myself often using other towers due to its late game struggle. The Wizard has many powerful paths and options, and are often a good choice of support for the Minigun. The middle path with attack speed synergizes very well with Obyn to help support the mid game and transition into the late game, and is often what I'll build after my Hydra when I'm running a Wizard. The bottom path, however, is very powerful when combined with the Minigun, especially at later tiers in the path. The top path I don't have much experience with, though I believe stacking multiples of them can help provide extra gold income if you're also running Sniper or any other gold generation. The Ice Monkey works well as an early game support unit, offering solid support against balloon stragglers, and extending the balloon's existence within Minigun's line of fire. This Ice Tower also has a lot of synergy with the bottom path, allowing the bottom path to hit ice towers, and the ice towers allowing more balloons to be in the rate of fire. On some of the maps the Minigun struggles, but the Ice Tower can give a long enough path for it to really excel. The Super Monkey, in my opinion, is a very strong late game tower. It's often seen running the 2x3 anti-MOA path or the sun-based top path and varying support paths. The Ocean Obyn Magic Monkey Pierce buff at level 2 is also very strong when using the Super Monkey. The Super Monkey has extremely high attack speed, and therefore the Pierce buff applies on every single hit, and it can get pretty crazy once you have multiple within that radius. The Spike Factory is also performing extremely well in this patch, and it functions much like the Ice Monkey, but in slightly different ways. While the Ice Monkey looks to keep the balloons within a line of fire of your high damage miniguns, the Spike Factory seeks to either clean up straggler balloons near the end of the track or provide bonus damage against either MOABs or ceramics near the front. The Spike Storm ability also has some extreme damage versus some of the later game tier blimps. The sniper overall is also very powerful this patch, offering some of the best economy generation in the game, near on par with the druid in some builds. And due to the nature of the minigun being a relatively straightforward build path with little economic micro needed, the sniper pairs extremely well as an extra macro tower. After you finish your first Hydra, throwing down 2 cash dropper middle path snipers and 1 blimp stunner on top is able to handle large amounts of blimp pushes along with a massive 4k income almost every tick, on top of an already strong 2k economy by round 20. I believe the sniper to be one of the strongest minigun support towers in the game currently. Though once these towers are patched, I believe new metas will arise very quickly, and I believe that the tower may be going away very soon. Overall, this is a very secure strategy in this patch. There are very few towers needed compared to other strategies, and it offers a higher skill ceiling by offering the potential to micro, and also provides access to a strong early game economy to draw from. This minigun strategy naturally counters regrow with AoE attacks, and camo with its natural targeting opposed to lock-on, allowing for a smooth ramp into the mid to late game. Due to its strength coming from relative bugs and other issues, the community hasn't really received this tower with as much love as it did the other towers, and I see this tower quickly falling out of favor only to show up again a little bit in the future. This new patch has created room for many new towers to shine, such as the sniper, the minigun, and the ninja, and I expect to see many more new and interesting strategies pop up in the time to come. Towards the end of Season 1, I expect the towers to shift towards a very specific meta game that I'm currently building a video on, but if you can guess me already, it involves Ocean Obyn. If you have a build order recommendation or tower you would like covered, please feel free to leave it in the comments or check out any of the builds I've covered in this playlist here. Thank you for watching.